The banquet hall of the Zarthon Empire gleamed with golden light and the faint hum of alien machinery. Rows of shimmering banners displayed the imperial crest, a blazing sun devouring stars, while courtiers in jeweled robes whispered and laughed, in tones sweet as venom. At the center of it all stood Emperor Xylar, vast and imposing, his scaled form glittering like obsidian glass. His forked tongue flicked once, tasting the tension in the air, and across from him, standing tall but visibly uneasy, was Captain Ethan Cross, the human envoy from Earth. His armor gleamed silver under the alien lights, his brown eyes cautious but firm. The treaty between Earth and Zarthon had been a fragile negotiation. Both sides had nearly gone to war after a misunderstanding over mining rights. Now this meeting was supposed to seal peace through a symbolic gesture, an exchange of goodwill, and Xylar had planned a cruel joke. Human, the Emperor said with a booming laugh that echoed through the hall. As a token of friendship, I offer you my daughter's hand in union. Murmurs rippled through the gathered aliens. Everyone knew what Xylar meant. The Emperor had 3 daughters, each one a beauty praised throughout the galaxy, except the youngest, Princess Vora. She was large, soft, and quiet, unlike the sleek, muscular forms admired among the Zarthons. Many whispered she was a disgrace to her father's lineage. It was meant as an insult, a way to humiliate the human ambassador. Ethan's brow furrowed as the towering double doors opened. From the shadows stepped Vora. She was nothing like the other alien women Ethan had seen. Her form was round and full, her skin a deep violet hue that shimmered faintly under the light. Her eyes, enormous, golden, and gentle, seemed to glow with shy intelligence. Her thick hair, like waves of dark silk, flowed down to her waist. The court chuckled cruelly as she entered, head bowed. Come, daughter, Xylar said mockingly. Show the human the finest Zarthon has to offer. Vora hesitated, then walked forward, her steps quiet but sure. The laughter of the courtiers grew louder, bouncing off the marble walls. Ethan, however, didn't laugh. Instead, he stepped forward and looked at her. Truly looked at her. He didn't see the mockery. He saw grace in her movement, sadness in her eyes, and a strange beauty that no cruelty could erase. When he reached out his hand, Vora blinked in surprise. My name is Ethan, he said softly. It's an honor to meet you. The hall went dead silent. Xylar's tongue flicked irritably. You accept this? You accept her? Ethan turned to the Emperor and bowed slightly. If your daughter is willing, then yes. I would be honored to form this alliance. A hush spread through the room. The courtiers stared in disbelief, and Vora, for the first time in her life, smiled. That night, as the halls emptied and the mockers retreated to their chambers, Vora sat by the crystal windows of her new quarters. She expected Ethan to reject her later, to laugh as all others did. Instead, there came a knock on the door. Come in, she whispered. Ethan entered, carrying 2 cups of steaming blue tea. Your palace servants told me this is your favorite. She blinked in surprise. You had asked about me? Of course, he said with a smile. If we're to be allies, nor maybe more, I'd like to know who you really are. Her gaze fell. You don't have to pretend kindness, Captain. I know what I am. My father thinks this is funny. Ethan took a seat beside her. Funny? He thinks sending his daughter to someone like me is a joke? Yes, she whispered. Because I am not like the others. Ethan chuckled softly. Neither am I. Vora looked at him, puzzled. He continued. On Earth, they said no one would take me seriously. A soldier with no family, no status, just scars and stubbornness. But I came here to build peace, not to win beauty contests. Her golden eyes widened slightly, and then for the first time in years, she laughed. It was a soft, melodic sound, like silver bells in the quiet. Ethan felt warmth bloom in his chest. They talked for hours, about stars, about Earth's oceans, about Zarthon's sky gardens that grew upside down. She showed him her sketches, detailed designs of creatures that lived in the upper atmosphere, painted in luminous colors. You're an artist, he said, genuinely amazed. She blushed. It's just a hobby. No, he said firmly. It's a gift. Days turned into weeks. The court expected the human to leave or mock the princess as her own people did. But instead, he stayed, walking with her through the glass gardens, dining beside her, asking about her dreams. The servants began whispering, "The human actually loves her." At first, Vora refused to believe it. But one evening, while watching the twin moons rise, Ethan took her hand. "Vora," he said quietly, "you've spent your whole life being judged for what you look like. But when I look at you, I see strength, kindness, a heart that never learned cruelty, even though the world gave you every reason to." Her eyes shimmered. "You don't mean that." "I do," he said simply. "And I think I'm falling for you." The words broke something inside her, something long trapped behind fear and shame. She reached for him, trembling, and rested her forehead against his. "I think," she whispered, "I've loved you since you took my hand in that hall." But peace was not meant to come easily. When Emperor Xylar learned that Ethan had refused to leave and had, in fact, asked to officially bond with his daughter, his rage shook the palace. "Do you think my bloodline a toy?" the Emperor thundered. "This human seeks to mock me." Vora stepped forward. "Father, he honors me. For the first time in my life, someone sees me for who I am." Xylar turned his burning gaze on her. "You shame us all. You think love makes you strong? You are weak." Ethan stepped between them. "She's stronger than anyone in this palace, and if you can't see that, you don't deserve her." The room fell silent. The guards shifted uneasily, awaiting the Emperor's order to strike. But Vora's voice cut through the silence. "Father, enough." Her tone, soft yet resolute, carried a power that made even the Emperor pause. "You gave me away as a joke," she said. "And in your cruelty, you gave me the only thing that ever made me feel alive." The Emperor's eyes narrowed, then softened, just slightly. For all his pride, even he could not ignore the fire in her voice. Finally, he turned away. "Then do as you wish, daughter. But remember, you chose the path of a human. It will not be an easy one." Vora bowed deeply. "I have made my choice." Their union was quiet. No grand ceremony, no royal approval. Just the two of them beneath the pale light of Zarthon's moons, exchanging vows in the ancient language of both worlds. "I don't care what the stars think," Ethan whispered, "as long as I can wake up next to you." "And I," she replied, smiling through tears, "don't care how small I seem to them, because to you, I feel infinite." Years passed. The human and the obese princess became the foundation of something new, a symbol of unity between species once sworn to war. Their love softened old wounds, their compassion turned mockery into admiration. When the Emperor eventually died, the crown passed not to his favored heirs, but to Empress Vora of House Xylar and her human consort Ethan of Earth. Under their rule, the Zarthon Empire changed. No longer did they measure worth by form or bloodline, but by heart and deed, and in the quiet of their private chambers, Vora sometimes still asked, shyly, "Do you truly not see me as they did? Heavy, strange, unbeautiful?" Ethan would pull her close, pressing his forehead to hers. "I see you," he'd whisper, "exactly as you are. The most beautiful being in any galaxy," and she would laugh. Radiant and full, a sound that once echoed only in her dreams. Now filling the halls of the Empire, she ruled beside the human who had seen her, not as a joke, but as everything he ever wanted.